let me jump right in and sort of lay out something that in this module I've talked to students about, which is, there's this passage in Analects where Confucius says, I shred everything on a single strand.
Yes.
And so, in some sense, what I've been doing is saying, okay, I look at all these disparate passages in the Analects, and I say, okay, what single strand, coherent theory can we divide from them?
Absolutely. One of the things that's intriguing about the Analects is indeed, here you have the great master giving statement after statement to his disciples, and yet they seem straightforwardly contradictory. He'll say one thing to one disciple, another thing to another disciple. And indeed, I think part of the intriguing aspect of reading the text is one is constantly thinking, well, how in the world would one cohere these different arguments? And what is the underlying vision here?
Do you have an example that comes to mind?
Yes, so I'll begin with a famous one, famous in the sense that it's literally divided Confucian thinkers for 2 millennia. He'll talk about rituals, and there are some passages where he will explicitly say, you overcome the self with rituals, and only then do you gain this quality that he cares so much about. Variously translated humaneness, benevolence, goodness, ren is the key term here. Other passages where he'll say, well, what use are rituals if you actually don't have ren? And if you add these up, they're contradictory. You can come down either way. And I think part of the power of the book is his statements aren't easy or obvious. For example, it's not the case that the book will say, a disciple walks in, Confucius says the following, and look at the great results that come from it. You never get that in the Analects. Actually, he's saying often counterintuitive things, complex things, and it puts the reader, and I think this is part of the power of the book, in the position of trying to figure out, oh, what's going on? Like, why is he saying this?
One of the things we're planning to do in our online forums is to take passages which provide these sort of dichotomies, if you will. One side is like this, the other side is like that. This is kind of an exploration of what we're doing what Confucius wanted us to do.
Precisely.
We're having to think about it.
Precisely.
Right?